This is a flank steak, and we're gonna make fajitas.
That's right.
Which are, quote, bursting with local flavors as well.
That is right.
Sweet. Where do we start?
We're gonna start off with our local veggies. So we have our fajita mix here. So there's sweet onions, and I'm using 3 different types of bell pepper. So they're just sweet peppers. I have just a color mix, so the red, yellow, and orange. So that's gonna look really pretty once we're ready to cook our...
Presentation matters.
It does.
Adriana.
So in that skillet is just little canola oil, garlic, and the vegetables, and they're just gonna saute and tenderize that way. So you're right, we're using flank steak. So this is a beautiful marinating steak. It's flavorful, lean, and boneless, so it's really easy to use in your home.
Hang on, no. Question.
Yes.
Question 1, I have several. If we're going to marinate this, do I need to do anything to it before I put it in the marinade?
Yes, our first step before we're going to put it in the marinade is pierce the steak with a fork. So you can go ahead and do that. So Ace will get started with that.
Formerly Ace Burpee, now known as Buck Pierce. Oh.
Yeah,
is that right?
That's right.
Like everywhere, just like
just
random?
keep doing it. It is a tough piece of meat, and that is why we're going to marinate it. So I'm going to start with the marinade here. So I'm using some cumin spice.
Cumin spice, yep.
Cumin is smoky flavors. Some chili powder.
Good.
I have some canola oil.
Do it.
I also have some minced garlic.
Sure you do.
So that's all going into the bag, and it's so great throwing a marinade into a freezer bag because it really is easy to just put into the fridge and kind of forget about it. This is Worcestershire sauce, some fresh squeezed lime juice.
Great.
So that tastes phenomenal on this. And then some cilantro or coriander, and that is fresh and just torn right off. Just whole leaves is totally fine.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm enjoying my role as head piercer.
Well, you're doing a perfect job.
Thank you.
So here we have our marinade, and that is gonna go straight into the bag. And so this is going to marinate for 8 to 12 hours, or it can go overnight. So this is easy to do the night before, and then this can go on your barbecue when you get home from work.
I'm going to say that as much as I like piercing, do we get to smush it?
You can in the bag.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
How do you do it?
So I'll just take with these tongs, put this into our freezer bag.
Yeah.
So that just goes right in there. And then here comes your second job, the smooshing.
Yes.
So I'm gonna just seal
that.
Piercing,
smooshing. We got all the very technical
so here we go. You want to get
jobs
all
that require mass education.
All that mixed in together. So that is looking phenomenal. This again is a great steak to have around on weekdays or if you're entertaining because it is a large piece. Like this is a pound and a half of steak that's going to feed.
It's a heavy piece of meat.
Yeah, 6 to 8 people.
I'll tell you right now.
It's so perfect for leftovers. If it's only a couple people during the week, you can also use that that way.
Then I'm going to put this in the fridge for like...
Refrigerator overnight. Or 8 to 12 hours, whatever you have time for really. And I have this over here that I grilled up earlier today.
This is where my second question comes in.
Yes.
Because I'm looking at this after we've cooked it, the flank steak. I can still see that the grain, this is what I know. The grain goes this way.
The grain runs horizontally. A lot of times when you're reading recipes that use flank steak, you're gonna see for serving cut against the grain. And that's a common thing for roasts as well. So you wanna pay attention to that. It cuts the meat so that it's more tender. It's like, what you do basically is you can see the grain right this way, and you're just gonna wanna cut straight against it so it looks just like what's sliced there. And this economical piece of steak is so tender and flavorful. I always try to cook this steak to medium rare. You don't wanna overcook it because it just gets tougher when it's done to well done. So to do that, I always use my meat thermometer on the barbecue, or you can either broil this in the wintertime. 145 is for medium rare, 150 for medium. If you want to go, I wouldn't go past medium for this for this steak.
But because we pierced it and marinated it, like this comes out, like these are pretty tender.
Oh,
on their own.
absolutely. They're so delicious, so tender. You can cut that with a butter knife on your plate. It's so good.
And then we're gonna prepare these and make them into
Fajitas. So they're just gonna go with the flour tortillas and just basic layering. So great for a family meal. You can just grab what you want on your fajita and there you go.
Nicely done. Okay, so we're so far from done. We made the brilliant ribeyes at the beginning.
That's right.
The fajitas, where are we going next on this show?
We're gonna go with the lean burritos. So lean beef burritos is next.
They are going to be delicious. Don't miss it. Come right back.